Hi, Gaye DeRusso with the Majestic Rider. So today I'm going to show you an exercise called the rollback. Now, you don't see a lot of gaited people doing these, but you do see a lot of reiners doing these exercises with their quarter horses. A rollback is when you back up and then you do a turn on the haunches. You go the opposite direction and then you stop, back up, and do another turn on the haunches. It's a good exercise if your horse is spooking, if it's distracted. It's something hard to do. It takes a lot of energy and it focuses them. And if they're spooking at something, it helps to get that rollback better. So you get them used to the thing they're spooking at, focused on something else, and get a little bit more skill in your horse. So let's try to show you. I don't have a lot of room in here, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna go forward. Now we're gonna stop. Then we're going to back up. I'm going to look to the right. My hands are going to go to the right. My left leg is going to go right at the girth, kind of by his shoulder. Okay. It doesn't have to be fast in the beginning. Now we're going to walk forward again. We're going to stop, so roll. We're going to back up. And he's going a little bit on the foot today, and that's okay. Now he's crooked, so I'm just straightening him out. And then we're going to turn again. So reins go to the left, now my right leg. Now I haven't done this with him in a long time, so it's a good thing to show you because he's throwing his head and he's not doing it very well, is he? He's kind of doing it sideways, but your horse isn't going to do it very well either. But before you do this exercise, you do need to teach him the turn on the haunches, okay? So let's try it again. We're going to walk forward. As we get better, we stop, and then you want to hold and try to get their head down. Then we're going to back up, look the direction you want to go, open my right rein, left rein against his neck, left leg right at the girth. There he tried to walk off, so I held him, and then we're going to walk forward and do it again. So we're going to roll, get his head down. Now we're going to back up. We're going to steer as we go backwards. Keep going to the right, and the horses will go crooked. Okay, now our hands are going to go a little to the left. Left open rein, right rein against his neck. Right leg right at the girth, pushing. And then we're going to try it again. So you just do it back and forth over and over again until they get better at it. But it's a good exercise. If your horse is spooking, they're going to turn much faster than this. You're going to look and you're going to turn, see how he's getting better? And if you do that, and you do this for about 10 minutes, your horse won't be worried about spooking anymore. It'll just be worried about trying to stop doing this movement and moving on. So I also do it when I'm waiting for people if the horse won't wait and it keeps moving its feet. I go, okay, you want to move your feet? How about we do this exercise? See how his head's coming down better now? But you got to look where you're going. If you don't, and you don't use your leg and your reins correctly, it won't work out that well. And if your horse doesn't know how to put his head down or move off of leg pressure, they're not going to do this exercise very well at all. So you've got to practice those first. Those are the precursors. Okay? So now let's change it up on him a little bit. So instead of going to the right when I get over here, I'm going to go to the left. I'm going to back up. I'm going to look towards that bottom horse over there. So you can do this slow and you can do it fast. Some of the gaited horses will be very agile and they'll be able to do it much faster than this Nichols. Some won't be, and they'll do it much slower than Mr. Nichols. That's okay. All you're trying to do is teach your horse movements and give yourself tools so when things happen, you're able to control your horse. If you have a mirror, it's great to do in front of a mirror or a window because then you can see their legs and you can see which legs are moving. We're going to turn. But it'll make them better on their feet. It'll make them pay attention. And it'll give you another tool that you can use if your horse won't stand still or it keeps moving around, okay? A lot of times the horse wants to move its feet because it feels safer when it moves its feet. But if you're waiting for people, they're getting ready or something's going on or everybody's taking a break, your horse will feel better if you're walking circles, but it won't teach him to stand still. So what you're trying to do is tell the horse, if you want to move your feet, let's move your feet. I got a nice exercise that we can do for that. And after you do that for a bit, they don't want to move anymore. They just want to stand still. The other thing you can do is if they won't stand still, instead of walking forward, walk backwards. It's a good exercise to teach yourself to steer backwards. So I'm going to use left rein and left leg. They have to know how to do the turn on the forehand first, so they're able to move their hind quarter off your leg. And you can look back, but you just don't want to look at your horse's head. You want to look where you're going. Okay? Now I'm going to spin him all the way around. So you want to get your horse that is as mobile as your car, and you can steer it as well as your car, but you can't do that if you never practice these things. So as you're turning, each time when I'm going this direction, I'm using my right rein and leg. If he stops, I just add leg, or I might push him sideways to get him moving again. Because some of your horses, especially the mares, will be like, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? Or they might try to rear up, but they can't rear up if they're moving.